Howdy, my name is Justin Mendoza and welcome to Deepfakes when learning is no longer believing. And before we get started, I want you to imagine something with me really quick. Close your eyes and imagine you're at work. And while you're at work, you receive a video call from your company's CEO or maybe a supervisor or just someone that's above you that authorizes something that you do. Now, during this call, you are asked to immediately wire thousands of dollars to what seems to be like a trusted supplier, right? And in that call, you recognize that person's face, you recognize that person's voice, and everything sounds exactly the same as it would in a real life conversation. So you go ahead and send the money, and later you find out that the entire conversation you just had was created using artificial intelligence. And as I reel you back in here with me, deepfake technology continues to improve each and every day, and scams like these are becoming more and more realistic. According to the Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency, or let's slow down and CISA for short, criminals are increasingly using generative AI audio and video to impersonate trusted individuals like our CEO from earlier. Now, as an IT service management major, I am very interested in cybersecurity and emerging technologies because they continue to change the way businesses and individuals use technology each and every day. So today I'd like to explain what deepfakes are, discuss how they're both being used for good and bad purposes, and maybe share a few simple ways that we can protect ourselves from them, right? So let's start by understanding what deepfakes actually are. Deepfakes are AI-generated videos, images, audio recordings that are designed to imitate real people or a real person, for a matter of fact. The goal is to make someone appear to say or do something that never actually happened. Imagine that. According to the U.S. Government Accountability Office, deepfakes are created using deep learning, which is a type of artificial intelligence that studies thousands of images, videos, and voice recordings, and all that sort, and then the AI learns the person's facial expressions, their movements, their speech patterns, and then it can generate content that looks and sounds incredibly realistic. Just a few years ago, many deepfakes, well, they looked fake and they looked unnatural. But as AI models have improved and have had access to larger amounts of data, the quality has increased dramatically. And today, many deepfakes are so convincing that they're difficult for the average person to recognize, or especially the older people. Now that we know what deepfakes are, let's take a dive on how they're actually being used, right? See, there are good and bad uses of AI. See, most of the time, AI headlines because of these scams, but the technology also has legitimate and useful applications. Again, according to the Government Accountability Office, the entertainment industry has used deepfakes to digitally de-age actors or recreate historical figures in movies. Businesses also use similar technology to translate videos into different languages while matching a person's speaker's facial expressions and lip movements. This then makes communication way more accessible for audiences all around the world. Well, now, unfortunately, the same technology can also be used for harmful purposes. According to CISA, criminals have used AI-generated voice cloning to impersonate executives and convince employees to transfer company funds like earlier because the voices sound so realistic. And then victims can often believe that they're speaking to somebody that they know. Deepfakes can also spread misinformation. Research by professors Christian Vicari and Andrew Chadwick found that realistic fake videos can reduce people's trust in digital information. And then it makes it more difficult to determine what is actually true and what is not. And because deep fakes are becoming more and more common, it's also important to know how we protect ourselves from them. And the first step simply is to verify suspicious messages before taking action like we should have done earlier. CISA recommends confirming unexpected phone calls, videos through another communication method, right? For example, if someone urgently asks you to send money or share sensitive information, it's probably a good idea to contact them directly through another trusted source before we respond, again, like we should have done earlier. And technology is also helping fight the problem. According to the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST for short, researchers are developing tools such as digital watermarking and content authentication systems. These technologies then help identify AI, media, and determine whether the digital content has been altered or created through AI. While these tools can improve, and they continue to improve, our own awareness is still the strongest defense against deep fake scams. We have to know if they're fake, right? And now that today that we learned what deepfakes are, how they're being used for beneficial and harmful purposes, we can now better protect ourselves in the future. Now, next time you see an unexpected phone call, watch a shocking video online, or maybe hear something that seems too unbelievable to be true, take a moment, pause before believing in it, because artificial intelligence has reached the point where seeing is no longer always believing. Thank you.